Okay, I'm sure you know by now because it's been everywhere. I literally just saw a video that E! News made talking about this. The Wizard Liz is married, pregnant, and that man still cheated. Yes, he did. So today we are going to be talking about how and why she's gonna be okay. This is what happens when you are rooted in self-love. This man cheated on her. She blows up, becomes bigger, gets a bigger platform. More women are now tuned in. That is what happens when you are rooted in self-love. The universe will never, ever, 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 ever fail you. This is what I'm talking about when you have an abundant mindset. Something like that can happen. The father of your unborn child can cheat on you, and you will only become better because of it. You will only grow because of it. You will only be more blessed because of it. My name is Helly. This is Guided by Helly, and I'm guiding you to your dream reality. So like and subscribe and get in love because we're getting everything we've ever wanted. Make sure you stay all the way to the end of the video because I'm sure there is a message in here for you. You're not here just by chance. There's absolutely a message for you. And we meet every Wednesday and Sunday, and let's get right into the video. So before we get into this video, I want to talk to you guys about a manifestation journal that I created for you guys. It is called the 11-Day Dream Life Lock-In, and it is a simple, less than 2-week process for you to align with your dream life so that you can call everything you've ever wanted into your life. It is for the girlies, and it really is so simple. It breaks everything down. There are days when you will be writing to your future self. There are days when you'll be walking with your future self. There are days when you will be connecting with your future self and really calling her in so that you can create less distance between you and your dream reality. And that is linked in the description. It is fully free. You type 0 into because it says how much do you want to pay. It's free, girl. You deserve it for free. Type in 0 and go ahead and download that and see where it takes you. And I'm so excited to have you living your dream life in less than 2 weeks. Hey girl. Okay, so I'm going to be a little bit more low energy today just because my roommate, actually I'm not. But if I am, in the case that I am, this is like my 9th time recording. If I am a little bit lower energy, it's because my roommate is cooking in the kitchen. And I get a little embarrassed when people are hearing me talk. I don't know why. Even though I literally post this on the internet for people to see. Like I create this so people hear me talk, but there's something weird about being in your room and talking to yourself that you just don't want other people to hear. But anyway. Yes, we are going to be talking about the Wizard Liz situation, and I'm going to say something very, let's just get right into it, okay? Because I'm going to say something very controversial, and then we're going to get to going. I'm not surprised that the Wizard Liz was cheated on. It is of zero shock. I don't even know how the internet can pretend like we're shocked again. Every time a beautiful woman gets cheated on, we're like, what? What do you mean? Since when is beauty a safety net for like relationships? Since when? Since when has looks stopped a man from their normalized behavior? Again, this is something that is controversial. Cheating is normal. In the man-male community, they have normalized cheating. This is something that occurs, and I genuinely think it's because they don't know how to work on up here, so they act out in ways, and like if they had the ability to work on their emotion regulation and all of these things, maybe they wouldn't make decisions that are life-ruining, because if you look at the Wizard Liz situation, Landon is his name, and that's the only time I'm going to say it. His life is going to be pretty miserable from here on out. Where do you go from here? You do not get better than the Wizard Liz. If you don't know who the Wizard Liz, she's actually the reason why I even sit here and yap. She has shared her story with people online. She has 1 million followers plus subscribers on YouTube, on Instagram. She's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. She is a motivational speaker, if you will. She talks to women about holding their power and self-love and understanding how powerful we are and walking away from anything that does not align with who we are. She's a manifester. She's a wizard. I love her. If you are not already tapped in and tuned into her content, go tap in, tune in, turn it on. Okay. A lot of people have found out who she is from this whole cheating scandal. And I'm going to tell you why it is so devastating and probably why people are so shocked. But again, we shouldn't be. The Wizard Liz, beautiful, self-made, wealthy, smart, speaks multiple languages, is married to this man, and is pregnant with this man's child, and he still cheated. He still cheated. I don't even want to say like, and she still got cheated on. No. And he still cheated. Why? Because that behavior is normal. To them, that behavior is normal. If you have the opportunity, if you have any male friends that will be honest with you, have these conversations with them. Please. Have these conversations with them. I stripped for 8 years. I've had very casual conversations with men where they will just tell you the truth. We need to take that information and use it to say, do I really want my life to depend on these types of people's actions? Or am I going to create a life just like the just like the Wizard Liz has? And if I call her the Lizard Wiz, please just pretend like I didn't. I don't mean that. Just like she has. Watch her. He messaged a girl on Snapchat, with the intention of meeting up. And she said, bye. Yeah, we're married. Yeah, I'm pregnant. Bye. Why? Because she is the center of her dream reality, not him. That marriage working out would have never stopped her, and she knows that. But do you know how many people don't know that? How many people truly create their dream reality and base their emotions off of the actions of another person? It doesn't matter, man or woman. It doesn't matter. Another human being's actions and the route that they take, the path that they take in this life is going to determine your happiness, your peace, all of that. Cut it off now. Cut it off now. I'm not saying leave your relationship. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying all relationships are horrible. I think that there is purpose for relationships. I think that there are people who really, really, really do value longevity in relationships and how long they've known somebody and how how many memories they can collect with a human being. I think that that is beautiful. I think that is lovely. I think that is stunning. But if you are putting that longevity over respect, you're like, okay, well, I want them to respect me, but I want to be with them long term more than I want to be respected. That's fucked up. Do you not see how fucked up that is? There are so many people, and I know them because I have female friends that will stay in situations that aren't improving just because they've been there for a long time. Like, I have friends who have been in a relationship for 5 years and they're like, well, we've talked about getting married so many times. Yeah, but you're not happy. And you're like 24. You think you can't start over? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? What is the real goal? Is the goal this person, or is the goal peace and happiness? Because sometimes this person doesn't always equal peace and happiness. But if you put peace and happiness as your main goal, and let's say this person really wants to be in your life too, they're going to hop on the peace and happiness train. But if you are the type of person that is prioritizing these people and putting these people on pedestals, you are going to naturally shapeshift and move around to make them stay in your life, and then they are running the show. You are no longer the star of your own movie. Stop it. The very first video I ever made about manifesting, and it was on TikTok, it was teaching people how to manifest a relationship. Yeah, it was teaching people how to manifest a relationship. And I thought I manifested my soulmate. I was like, oh my God, guys, I manifested my soulmate. Who wants me to teach them how? And then it went really viral, and I taught a bunch of people how to manifest relationships, and it worked. And people were sending me long paragraphs of like, oh my God, I've been single for so long, and I saw your video and I followed these steps, and then I manifested the love of my life, and blah, 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 blah. Do you understand how humbling it was to have to go back to the internet and say, hey guys, remember that man that I manifested? Well, he actually almost destroyed my entire life. Turns out he wasn't my soulmate. Turns out he was a psychopath. And that is exactly what happened to me. And I'm grateful that it happened. That was something that I had to go through to decenter men. And from that relationship on, my story, even though my story, it was a very faint scent of a man. It was like, okay, my dream life is going to look like this. And yes, there's going to be a man sprinkled in there somewhere, and like, la 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 la. But like, the man was still a part of the story. After him, no. No, ma'am, and especially no manifesting of a man, okay? Do not manifest a man because you are not, let me tell you something. I'm going to say this to myself. I'm not that smart, especially when it comes to making a list of qualities that I would want in a man, which is exactly how I taught people how to manifest a man. I was like, write out every single thing that you want in a man and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to tell you something. Talking about manifesting love does numbers. Talking about manifesting a boyfriend, talking about manifesting la 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 la, all this, the people want to hear it. The people want to see it. The people are desperate for love, like clearly. So me deciding that I'm never going to speak about this again, it's for a reason, okay? I'm just going to tell you the story. This was like 2018, 2019. I saw this girl talk about how she manifested everything she's ever wanted in 6 months. And she was manifesting like her entire dream life. It wasn't just like a man. And I took everything that she used, which was writing out the list and reading it and like feeling it. And like I've talked about these techniques in other ways, but I literally wrote out every single thing that I wanted in a man. I started listening to frequencies and I was tucking it under the pillow and reading it and tucking it under the pillow. And less than 2 weeks later, I was at the strip club because I used to be a stripper. If you're new here, I used to be a stripper. And I was on stage. I was literally on stage. And this man walks into the club. I'm not kidding. He had a glowing light around him. Glowing white light around this man. And I was immediately drawn to him. I was no longer at work. I was just like him, you know? And and the funniest thing is like when I'm at work, I'm in a different personality. Like I'm in a different energy to where I'm not really like looking at guys like that. Like they're all dollar signs to me because I'm here to make money. I'm not here to fall in love. Definitely not here to fall in love with the strip club. No. But man walks in, glowing light, eyes glued. I go over, he was with a party, like a group of guys that I had already known because they were regulars at the club. And so I go over, I'm talking to them, and I'm just like, literally just talking to them to like get closer to this glowing man. And I'm like, and he was really cute. I thought he was cute. Now he's an ex, so he's like icky. I start talking to him, and he's like really like not, it seemed like he wasn't feeling me, which means like, I love you even more, duh. At the time, I didn't have as much self-love as I have now, but I was definitely that type of person where it's like, oh, if you don't want me, I want you more. So I'm kind of like chasing him around the club a little bit. We do a couple dances, and then at the end, he was like, I'm gonna come home with you. Like, we weren't really talking about it. He was like, I'm coming home with you. And I was like, okay, don't do that. So I brought him home with me, and then in the morning, I like brought him breakfast. And I don't know why, but when I bought him breakfast, he was like, oh my God, this is the nicest thing anybody's ever done for me. And he ended up like not leaving my house ever again. Like we just kind of like stayed together for 2.5 years. Like that was it. And it was so funny because I was in the middle of manifesting a boyfriend, and less than 2 weeks later, I have a live-in boyfriend. Like I have a boyfriend, and he was so nice. And he would talk about like spiritual things and all of this. Like his ex-girlfriend right before me and her are so similar in terms of what we're interested in. So he just stole her personality to like attract me, basically. Come to find out. And yeah, I was absolutely obsessed with him. And I was like, oh my God, I'm living the dream. And he made money. He was a hustler, I'll say that, you know. And so like I was like, wow, everything is so good, bills are paid for, he's buying me things. The man was love bombing. Okay, didn't know about narcissists back then, didn't know about love bombing back then. He's buying me flowers. I literally had he bought me so many flowers, and from like the nice shop where it's like in a glass vase, that I had like so many vases stacked up in my room, and you would think that I was like manufacturing vases. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is real love. And like the list that I had, it was like, buys me flowers, like superficial ass shit like this, like dark hair, dark eyes, beard, you know what I mean? Like, but he fit that list. And this is why I say I'm stupid, because like, how does buys me flowers and has a beard gonna create for like a good relationship? You live and learn. So I got everything I ever wanted, and I said, oh my God, since I was manifesting my soulmate and I got everything on that list, this must be my soulmate. This is the one. This is my partner for life. Oh my God. And I'm locked in. Guess what a fucking mistake that was? Because now all of the other signals, flares, anything that's going off, I'm ignoring them because I've already committed and I've already decided that this is my soulmate and they're from the universe. So all the signs that the universe is giving me, bing, 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 all the red flags that I'm like, oh, pink flags everywhere. All of those red flags, I was ignoring them because I already decided the universe gave me my soulmate. Now shut up. Everything else the universe has to say, shut up, because this is them. Haha, lol. And then I went on and I taught everybody how to manifest their soulmate too. And then the other shoe dropped. And you quickly realize, I'm like rocking back and forth, trying to like self-soothe. You quickly realize that you don't know who you're in this relationship with, especially if they moved in the second you met them. You didn't really get a chance to meet them. And they might be insanely... They might suffer from a mental illness that makes them hear voices, and they might accuse you of cheating because like a rock told them. Like this man would start fights with me because like inanimate objects would tell him that I was cheating on him. And we were living together and we got a condo together and we already had a cat together and I was already beyond gaslit. And I told the whole internet that I manifested my soulmate and everything was so good and like, oh my God, guys, hello. And my relationship with the universe and my relationship with manifestation and my spirituality, it's real, right? Which means this must be my soulmate. This is real. This is real, guys. This is real. This is my soulmate. And I had to tell myself that over and over and over and over and over again because of my fucking ego. And I didn't have to do any of that. I believe that if I didn't manifest that man, I would have still met him. I would have still experienced him. There would have still been a lesson in this to learn from it, but I wouldn't have stayed for so long because it wouldn't have been like this deep spiritual journey that I was on. I wouldn't have made it like so permanent feeling because like I falsely identified this man as my soulmate. That man was a lesson. That man was not a lifetime. That man was just a lesson. And it took me longer than I typically walk away from situations. It took me a long time to walk away from that situation. Grateful for it. It taught me what I needed to learn. It taught me what I needed to know. It taught me to decenter men truly. And I have never in my life, that's a lie, I probably have. Oh my God, I did last summer. Oh my God, last summer I was really lonely and I was like, I'm going to manifest a man. Manifested a man, did the same exact thing, met him on the street, right there, I can see where I met him, out my window, met him right there, and I literally crashed out. Like the man was, he was literally a tyrant, like he has demon qualities, like he didn't give it a day before he started fucking with my head, and I was like in a desperate space. I told the universe, I need a man. The man came. So now I'm like, oh my God, this is my soulmate, guys. Oh my God. I'm like ignoring all the red flags. And that's why we can't be manifesting relationships. We can't be manifesting specific people. Let me tell you the thing that pisses me off the most. And this video might be all over the place because I took a little time off. So it takes me a little bit to get back into the swing of things. So if this is a very ADHD all over the place video, stick with me. I love you. Manifesting a specific person. What are you doing? When I say specific person, I mean like Jimmy. You're like, I love Jimmy. I want let's say it's your ex, even worse. Your ex Jimmy. You're like, that's my soulmate. I love him so much, but he left me. He cheated on me. We broke up. XYZ. We're on no contact, but I'm going to manifest him reaching out because I don't want to reach out. He's going to reach out to me and everything's going to be great. La 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 la. I guarantee that man is going to just reach out naturally. He's gonna reach out. And then because you told the universe, you were like, oh my God, this is like a spiritual thing. This is like the universe, make him reach out. And then if he did, which he's going to anyway, because he's a man and they always spin the block. Now it's a spiritual deep thing. Now it's like, oh my God, see, you're placing so much deep meaning behind these obvious actions. Obviously he's going to hit you up again. But now it's not just him spinning the block. It's this deep thing of my soulmate came back into my life. And now you're going to, again, ignore all the real signs that the universe is sending you for these curated signs that you're making because you are deciding, I want this person. And if they come back, that means that they are da 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 da. Do you see what I'm saying? And especially if we're manifesting an ex back, the universe might have just done so much work to get that man away from you. The universe might have done so much to keep you safe and to get you back onto your path, because you're like, I want peace, happiness, and joy. And Jimmy isn't peace, happiness, and joy. Jimmy is cheating and despair. I don't even, you know what I'm saying. He's that. That's Jimmy. That's why y'all aren't even together. But you're pissing me off right now. Me even just thinking about this, frustrating. The universe did all that work to get that man out of your life, and you're going to sit there and use all of your manifesting powers, all of your divine feminine energy to get a lying, cheating whore back into your life. Why? Do you know how many Jimmys there are? You know how many Jimmys there are? This is why it is so important to make sure that you are the center of your dream reality. Center yourself, decenter men. Decenter men. I met one of my current best friends. That sounded like my current boyfriend. One of my best friends. She used to be on TikTok. I really need to get her preaching and teaching again, because she's everything, but she just doesn't like to be online. But a lot of people might have known her. This was like 2020. She was talking about her situation in leaving a narcissistic relationship, and she was sharing all of her journeys and all her stories and and how to decenter men. And me seeing her videos woke me up, made me realize the situation that I was in. And then, you know, it's so crazy. So I was watching her videos on TikTok, and then we both ended up moving to New York City, and now we're besties. And it was lovely. So maybe I dated that man so that I could be going through something, so that I could then see her videos, relate to that, and then we could meet later in life, and now we're besties. You see, sometimes that man isn't your soulmate. Sometimes he's there to introduce you to your actual soulmate, which is your best friend. And with all of that being said, I really think that I got the message out there. It is so important that you center yourself in your dream reality. Period. That's it. That's all. Okay. Send all of your love to Liz and to all of the women in the world who have been a victim of men's evil behaviors. That's awful. It's horrible, and I hate it for you. So I'm sending you love if you have experienced that. And if you have experienced that, just know that it doesn't matter, because you are still the center of your story. If that man was the center of your story, it might matter a little bit, because then now everything, you have to change the storyline. But if you're the center of your story and your dream reality is just to be loved and to be at peace and to be happy and to be joyful, if something like that were to happen, like what has happened to Liz, you will still be okay. Because guess what? Just because that person is that person, you can go on and experience love and peace and accept all of these happy things that you want in your life from other people. It can be from your friends. It can be from your dog. I get the most love from my dog. You can't see her. I get the most love in this life from my dog. I'm very loved. I'm very loved. And I'm not specific on it. It doesn't have to be from a man. I just know that I am loved. I know that I am supported. I know that I am safe. And I know that I'm happy and at peace, and I'm in love, and la 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 la. My brain is mush. I love you. Mwah.